Green tea gang. All right, so you want to start viewing yourself as an individual who cannot be categorized. Someone with a flexible and dynamic identity that can evolve and change at any time that you choose. This means valuing your own opinion of yourself more highly than the opinions of other people, because you know what you've been through in life and you trust yourself to get by in any situation no matter what. You know what your best qualities are regardless of if anyone notices them or acknowledges them. You know that they're very well there. And so that's what's called living from your core and being rooted in your being. Never resist the now. Have total acceptance of what's immediately in front of you. Yet paradoxically, you also want to have the will to change the reality that's in front of you. Buddha calls this taking right action. So whenever you're feeling a negative emotion, never identify with it. Because when you don't identify with it, you're creating space between you and that emotion. What do most people do? They try to suppress it. They try to distract themselves. And it never truly goes away. That's why most people, almost everyone, is walking around with childhood trauma they don't even know they have. Like, I didn't even know I had any childhood trauma until I released it. So whenever you're feeling something you don't want to feel, just acknowledge that it's there. Accept it. And release it. And it'll go away on its own. Whatever you resist persists. Just like how you have goals for your life, the universe also has goals for you and your life. And sometimes the two don't match up. But sometimes you not getting what you want is exactly what you need in order to reach that next level, in order to get something even greater. So always just have faith in what the universe has in store for you and just be patient. But also you want to put in that action in order to get the thing that you want. Anytime that you base your identity off of the way that the external world should respond to you, you're setting yourself up for pain and suffering. Because when you create this self-image of yours, this ego, you're boxing yourself in. It's going to stop you from trying new things, looking like a newbie. It's going to stop you from being your authentic self, doing things you actually want to do. And you're going to have to rely on other people and their validation to determine if what you're doing is good or not. If you're a good person. Fuck all that. Learn to draw state from within yourself and realize you don't need fucking validation from anyone. Dissolve the ego, man. What you learn in energy work is that low vibration energy is sort of like a deal with the devil. And the fact that it gives you a sort of spike in emotions, you know, good feeling, pleasurable emotions, fast results. That's what it tempts you with. But then you end up having to pay for it 10 times more on the back end, and it never ends up being worth it. Low vibration energy gets you hooked on that instant gratification. And the danger is that you won't even notice when it's taking control of your life, because low vibration energy kind of slowly pulls you in. It just inches you in slowly, so you won't even notice it until you've hit rock bottom or until you're in that downward spiral, in which case it's very hard to escape. But that's why you want to be auditing your life all the time and watch for the areas in which low vibration energy can seep into your life, like through media, the news, food, drugs, any kind of addictions, etc. In modern societies, we are often taught to just look at the surface layer of things rather than the depth. And that wherever the never-ending stimulation is, that's where the enjoyment is. That's where the good emotions are. But the truth is, you actually have the ability to feel good at any point in time. You just have to give yourself permission to feel good. You just have to allow yourself to feel those good emotions. And one way to draw state from within yourself is to simply feel your breath. To just slow it down. Go within your body. And if you feel any kind of discomfort at all, there's probably a sign that you have a sort of blockage, or maybe some kind of trauma you have to release and let go of. But you want to get to the point where you're at the cause of things and not at the effect of things. To start looking at the depth and beauty with everything and not be at the effect of other people. You can choose to feel good because you want. Spirituality is not religion. Personally, I do think that religions are true. Like, they all contain an aspect of truth to them. You know, like Jesus was right. Krishna had the truth, you know. The Buddha is wise, but I feel like all religions, they point to the same moon, but they are not the moon itself. You know, a lot of modern religions, they have a focus on the external, you know, the Bible or the church. You have to do this, you can't do that. You know, there's a lot of rituals, but spirituality is much more of an inward journey. It's really unorganized and it's really messy, but it's really personal to each person. And there's no rules or steps, but you know, there's still a belief in a higher power. And so yeah, I think that's the main difference between religion and spirituality. But all religions are spiritual at the end of the day. Major key why I stopped watching the news. There's crazy amounts of brainwashing and conditioning that you are being hit with whenever you watch the news. Super duper low vibration energy. Because what you're being taught is everything is a crisis. Everything is a big deal, right? How often do you watch the news? Do you see examples of emotionally strong people that can control their emotions, right? Not that often. You're not taught self-control and how to keep your composure on the news. You know, what you often see in videos that go viral are people that dramatize everything. You know, everything's a drama. Everything's a big deal. You know, so if you want to stop getting the same results that the majority of people are getting, you have to find a way out of those lower level paradigms of thinking, right? They say if you don't have a plan for your life, somebody else does. That's huge. So watch the media that you consume, even on these TikToks. Yo, so I just found out that my TikToks don't actually have to be 15 seconds. They can actually be a minute long, so that's sick. But anyways, it's 2020, man. If you still think that humans have the highest level of consciousness in this universe, then you tweaking, bro. There's so much we don't know. We probably know like less than 1% of everything there's to be known about the universe. Like in the grand scheme of things, we're nothing. There's probably interdimensional beings that look at us like we're ants. So you don't want to have this like very rigid, narrow scope of reality. You want to develop this wide but strong sense of reality. And spirituality is really all about just going within and the exploration of that unknown. And realizing that we really don't know shit, but that there's other things at play. Why you should sun gaze. The sun is literally free energy. Everything on this earth is made because of this sun. So if you can just absorb all that sun energy, bro, you be fucking feeling amazing. Yo, so through meditation, what you want to do is get your main mode of awareness from being in your head and switch it to the present moment. And you do that by monitoring your day-to-day activities and thinking how often and how much effort does it take to bring my awareness back to the present moment. Yo, look. So the number one habit you want to cultivate in your spiritual journey is to meditate every single day. Even if it's just for 5 minutes a day, you want to build your way up. Because what you do is when you meditate every day, you align your mind with the present moment instead of being run by your thoughts. So yeah. Yo, I never thought I'd make a TikTok account, but this is the app that the youth is on. So, you know, I have to push my shit on this. I just made a spiritual YouTube channel.
雪花飘飘，北风萧萧。